I am Márton Siska, as you can see, and today I'm here to talk about the value of testing. I am currently working as a test coordinator at evosoft, and before that, I was a tester in team. When I had the chance to elevate my career into the coordination position, I wanted to gather as much as expertise, as experience as I was able to. And what would be the better way to get about it than getting an ISTQB, Certified Tester, Advanced Level Test Manager certification? During the course, I read in the study material the following sentence. Test managers should be able to quantify, describe, and articulate the value of testing. This sentence was actually resonating with me because of that simple reason that the value of testing came up quite early and quite often in the beginning of my career. So, I was a tester in team, and I had always had a cramp in my stomach when I found the bug, mainly because how my peers were reacting on it. And I always felt that I am not contributing enough to my team, because I just only highlight issues which are hindering our progress. So I was really happy to see this sentence, and my first question was that, all right, how can I do it? Please, show it to me. Flipping through the course material and the syllabus, I had to realize that it will not tell me exactly how to do it. It will just give me some information, directions about how to gather the relevant information from my projects. So I got some homework to do. My first idea then was that, all right, well, basically the value of testing from my point of view is the value of my work. To whom shall I communicate this kind of value? Well, here we are, as a tester. And he is our immediate surrounding. Basically, our team, other testers, developers, interns, Scrum Masters, and product owners, if you are working in an agile environment. They are our work proximity associates. And they are, of course, interested in the value of our work. Even so, if you are looking into the wider picture of your projects, you have to realize that you are also connected to different testers from different teams. System testers, integration testers, it depends on what kind of strategy applies. And of course, there are the test coordinators and the test managers. And we got also some other product owners from different teams who could be interested in our work. And at the end, we got CPOs, we got the project managers and product managers. So we have a very big and very complex network. And all of these people, all of these stakeholders are interested in the value of our work. So we need a common ground. Common ground when we can build up on our communication. What could be this ground here? Well, we are working in the same project, aren't we? So we should have the same process descriptions. We should use the same software development lifecycle. We get, hola, okay, this is not, okay. Well, we get the planning and defining and the designing phase and the development and testing, and at the end, after our release, the maintenance. So, yes, in the next step, we are going to use two parameters to describe the value that are associated with the value of our work. One of the parameters is the cost of change. This kind of cost describes, this kind of cost increases as the time progresses. And the other parameter is the ease of change. Well, the ease of change describes how easily you can do modifications on your system. At the beginning, it's easy. You get only requirements, documents. So if you want to change something, you just have to change some lines, have to remove some text. But at the end, it becomes complex and hard. Let's have an example. Let's say we want to build a bridge, and we wanted this bridge to be a golden color. But for some reason, we end up with this red rusty stuff. Well, if you wanted this bridge to be a golden color now, we must devote a lot of resources and effort to make that happen. And this applies to our software also. If we want to make the background color of our UI user interface to vibrant neon green, because why not? We can do it, but we have to devote effort and resources on that. Of course, it is a little bit smaller than in case of a bridge. So we can say that the steepness of these curves are depending on the product itself. And I think you know where we are going with this. Well, of course, this will be the shift left. The value increases, yeah. So, finding bugs at the beginning of the software development life cycle is always cheaper. And in the end, it's very expensive because of these two parameters, how they are affecting this cost. And the shift left makes it possible to make this, to, how to say, to make money for our company, basically. So if you find your bugs at the beginning, you will have to devote a little bit less effort to fix them. So there are two ways to do it, basically. I think every one of you is aiming to that blue curve on the diagram. You can reach it with defect prevention and early defect detection. And defect prevention and early defect detection, and defect prevention and early defect detection is the most convenient way to communicate the value of your work. I assume you have test strategies at your company, which basically states that early involvement is very important and states that a solid test pyramid is also important. These are very, very standard stuff. But I think there is one extra thing here, which is the motivation. Know the value of your testing and show it to everyone. A couple of months ago, some testers came to me and said that we have found some bugs. Could you please check on that if they are assigned to the correct persons? I said, yes, sure. Just please send it to me. I have received the email around 4:30. So this would have been the last task for me for that day. And as I was reading through the email, focusing only on just the title of the tickets, I had to realize that I became stunned. The electric motors won't stop. The motors cannot be stopped. And similar phrases everywhere. So I jumped from my seat and flew to the colleagues, and fortunately some of them still in the office, and asked them who else did they send this information to. And they looked at me and said, just only you, and was very curious, why am I so excited? I said, guys, you just found 4 critical issues. And then they started to explain them to me. And I was stunned. Why are you explaining that to me? And then, at that moment, it dawned on me that they were feeling the same as I was in the beginning of my career. They had the same barriers, and they had no idea about the value they have created. So I said again that, guys, you have just found literally 4 critical issues that could potentially harm the user. Do you know how much value is this? It's a very big deal. It's a very big deal. If this remained in the product, that would be very bad for a company. So please forward this information to your high-level stakeholders, and because they must know about these problems, and because they must know that they were found by you. At the end, my excitement started to get a hold of them, and I finally see that spark that every tester should have, I think, when they found an issue. This spark that you can build upon your confidence and your prestige and everything, basically, your career. To reach this spark, unfortunately, not an easy stuff. For that, definitely you need the motivation. You need groups within your company who are supporting you. You need that you grab every chance to brag about the findings that you have made. And of course, you need encouragement to participate in the project-relevant meetings. And not just participate, but present there. That will build up your confidence again. And then you will become known project-wide. So your stakeholders will come to you for support more often. So you have a very, very good feedback loop here, a positive feedback loop here. And for that, you must know your network, and you must definitely know the value of testing, the value of your work.